Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in the Chronicles of Darkness. Vampire Requiem, a Requiem for London. Tonight is an auspicious night for the movement, despite the lack of formality and structure surrounding it all. For tonight is the first major event they will have held in several years on behalf of the other kindred of London. Organised largely by Mr. Foster. The Carthians are holding a large and some within the underworld might even consider prestigious street race. Advertised to some of the more old-fashioned sects as the modern equivalent to chariot racing. But the Carthians just see it as another race. With a twist. For it is more than just a series of kindred using cars to measure the size of their proverbial dicks. There are real stakes on the line this evening. Not just for the reputations of, not just for the reputation of the Carthians and their movement, and their capacity to hold an event that does not descend into violent bloodshed and carnage, but also for more tangible variety, as Chav, and a friend of his, funnily enough of the Invictus, a harpy by the name of Adele, are managing the exchange of boons for the evening. See who may and not, who will and will not win. And so everyone has their eyes on the prize. The event itself takes place on the outskirts of Hillingdon, starting in West London Industrial Park, that will run all the way down to Hayes Town before looping back around up through West Drayton and usually back up to the park. There are a couple of dozen kindred immediately gathered. There are also a few that are standing on top of the roofs of the industrial estates, some just casually trespassing on the property of mortals. And many, many mortals. Some ghouls, some may just be human. But you will arrive just outside of this industrial park. These are, by the way, are the faces of Chav and Adele. I'm just going to put them in what you see. This is Chav, appropriately named. And this is Adele. They are similar in appearance in some ways, but also very distinct. While Chav clearly looks almost rugged, every part of his skin looks rough. Veins and wrinkles all over his face. Adele looks entirely spotless, literally completely smooth. As if she were made of marble. Yes, you all arrived to the scene. Some of you in your own, rather fast vehicles. So, Mr. Hartwell, I see you.
Beginning with an A. Out of character, Chris, can you give me the stats for the car that I've been given, because I don't know them.
They are on your in your character.
Excellent, thank you, dear. So Hartwell will step out of. On a side note, of course, the car is black, more than likely with a red dragon, because we're going with the Mean Machine vibe. So why not? He'll step out and he kind of brushes himself down.
Yes.
As he glances.
I was gonna say, I actually described the car to you. It's basically a souped-up Aston Martin Vanquish.
I have no idea what that is, and I need to look it up.
It's expensive and very fast, and that's even faster.
Vanquish or Vantage?
Vanquish.
Oh, that's pretty baller. Not even gonna lie. But he will step out of the car before he will denote the ghoul who will be the driver for this evening to take their position and to make sure all is in readiness. Before I continue, Chris, however, I'm going to, because I'm a paranoid maquette, may I use my one free usage of Spirit's Touch to Spirit Touch the car?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll. Go ahead.
Okay. I have 3 questions I can ask the car. Has this car been tampered with in any way? That will has it been rather not been tampered? Has it been sabotaged in any way?
Your beast reaches out to the vehicle as if to examine it. A vision fills your mind as you look through the innards of the vehicle, through the engine, the exhaust, the piping. Your beast finds nothing to be concerned of.
Okay, I don't really need the other 2 questions. With that, Hartwell will turn. He pulls the red leather strap of his coat firmly around himself, so that he tightens the coat as he's standing up. And I'm going to walk into the evening's festivities.
Alright. There are several kindred with cars here. Kindred in general. Most of them are Carthian, but there are a few representatives from every sect here. But we will move next on to Alley Cat.
We're going to play a character that letter A is starting. Yeah, no, Ellie arrives on her own bicycle, motorbike, whatever. She will regret before she will also head inside. Roy goes to look for Carthian friends.
Aldry, you show up in your loaned vehicle.
Yep. So yeah, Audrey's showing up in an Opel GT. Very pretty, nice bright orange, black racing stripe. She pulls up, and as she gets out, I don't know if Ben rode with her or not because they'd probably be coming from the same spot. So if Ben wanted to, they could. If not, show up both of them.
The counselor and his chauffeur showing up in style, I see.
Yep. And then she's just gonna like go run off to find Foster and be like, "Hey, I got us here in one piece."
Foster just looks at you. He's just leaning against his own vehicle. A rugged-looking muscle car with part of its engine poking out of the bonnet. And he just says, "Okay, you want a cookie, a pat on the head?"
Maybe both.
It's a rhetorical question. He just stares at you.
She just grunts back. Waits for Benji to show up.
Ben will walk up and be like, wanting to make sure anybody didn't do anything stupid. Or going to do anything stupid.
Fully expecting someone to try something stupid, so keep your eyes out.
Alright. Want me to check your car real quick? Got this.
Go ahead. I'm not racing, so I don't think I'm the concern here.
Oh, man, fair enough.
Let's be honest, it wouldn't be much of a race if I were in it.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. I'll just keep around and keep an eye on everybody.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. Speaking of stupid, yeah, I'm here. This is probably the worst that could go wrong, if it's okay.
What could go wrong is somebody fucks up somebody else's car and it goes up in flames, then we got a problem. Other than that, I think we'll be fine. I haven't seen you in a while, Natalia.
Yeah, I know. That's the plan, so yeah.
Yeah, copycat, I get it.
Yeah, that's totally the reason. So, I'm just going to be over here. And she kind of just scratches her face a bit, looks around, finds a somewhat quiet, dark corner, and sits.
And we'll just turn to Foster like, she knows the blood hunt's off, right? It's been off for like 10 years.
Yeah, but some people always gonna be sketch like that.
Fair enough.
Aikman.
I'm just gonna pretend that she heard that. She turns around.
Oh,
What did you just say?
We're just gonna introduce the rest of the characters.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, Figment.
Okay, so Figment's gonna come up in an actual bicycle because
I know.
Can I have a bike with resources 1?
You can have a bike with resources 1.
Yeah,
or kind of an old used car or motorcycle.
Oh no, it's 100% just the pedal bike.
I figured.
Yeah, so some of the Ordo may recognize her. They've probably never seen her outside of the library/graveyard where she usually hangs out. But she's gonna ride up on a bicycle, and just sort of maybe look around for people she recognizes, or just find a spot to watch the race. Looking around.
There is someone you recognize. An ugly bastard by the name of Lauren Wedderstrom. He's a member of the Order. And Serrato answer. Just place them on what you see.
Lovely.
He's dressed in a old.
My boy! Sorry, I saved his life.
Greenish suit. His face is very blocky. All of his teeth are quite sharp. His eyes are dark and look like large beads. Quite unsettling to look at, really.
I never did ask, and since he's here, I will ask. Is he Malphas's child, or is he not?
Never really said.
Yeah. Gonna have drinks with that, Nosferatu. Sorry, continue, Terry.
Yes. Probably the one person you recognize here. Your sire's definitely not here.
Did she send me here? Because she didn't want to go?
No. She fully expects you to go because she fully expects you to waste your time. But
I've been so well behaved.
and that's why you've been.
You get 1 hour to decade.
Anyway, yes. So that's the one person you immediately recognize. There are a couple of other Ordo here, but no on a real note. He's just skulking around the vehicles, looking a little bit suspicious.
I'll pedal up to him. Actually, at this point, if it's crowded, I'll probably get off the bike and just walk it. Evening.
Of all the things to show up to in a street race, and you chose a bicycle. You might as well have walked.
It's faster than walking.
But twice as embarrassing.
I don't think so. I think bicycles are great for the environment. And quite fashionable these days. They're also good exercise.
He looks at you with a bit of a mixture of distaste and sympathy.
I get that a lot.
With mild concern. I can see why SI has issues. How are you?
Pretty good. It's a nice night.
It is. Probably won't stay that way for very long, if you ask me.
I don't know. Stay positive.
It's a task and a half.
Can I spend a vitae for vitalized senses? Just to see if there's ghosts hanging out around here.
Ghosts are... how to say? They're centralized in very specific areas and then tend to be very sparse and spread out. Outside of places like cemeteries and burial grounds and other things. You look around. You can see a ghost. It doesn't have a particularly strong form. It's almost like the way you see ghosts. It's almost like a human, or a humanoid figure, but with like a black shroud pulled over it. And they tend to manifest in different shapes and sizes to your senses. But it is sticking to one of the warehouses. It does look upon the race with almost a curious look, but otherwise doesn't seem to do anything. Then again, this place doesn't feel particularly strong with death. It's unlikely the ghost could do that much. Could do a few things. This place isn't what you would call particularly open to spirits of the dead.
That's fair. Just curious. I'll keep an eye on him.
Isabel.
He, see that thing about walking? Yeah, that's Isabel, because she just doesn't care.
Better than bringing a pedal bike.
Pedal bikes are great.
You
So, you know,
the thuggish-looking street racers would disagree.
Well, good thing I don't base my self-worth on what they think.
Oh, look at you. You seem to be broken neonate. Adorable.
Probably.
Speaking of has definitely been broken neonate.
Yeah, you think?
You show up to this park. There are some model street races here. You're not sure if they're in the know or not. You'd wager most of them are ghouls. There's a couple of other kindred racers. Rodney's leaning by his car, but you've heard he's not going to be racing. Probably for the best. The bets would become very lopsided if that were the case. And but yeah, some of the a lot of the races here appear like almost stereotypical, young, reckless, shoddily dressed.
Fair enough. Isabel's just gonna find a place to go sit and watch.
A roof would be good. This place
Roof
is
it
largely
is.
abandoned at night. And there are a few kindred up there. Speaking of which, Figment, after a conversation with Ladistrom, he just casually leaps up to one of the warehouse roofs to observe. And there is Percival.
Yeah, Percival rides up on his pretty much standard Harley Davidson, parks it, and goes up to a roof to watch the race.
Will be what, sorry?
I don't know, where did I lose you? He shows up on a motorbike and goes up to watch the race from a rooftop somewhere, probably.
Ah, okay, so I remember that. I misheard you. Yeah. Not all of the rooftops are accessible to kindred without the power of vigor backing them, but there are a few with fire escapes down. And we have Phineas. A chonk.
Phineas is a very large man. He's wearing a fairly, it's a decent suit. It is what it is. He's walking up because no car can handle this bulk without bottoming out. He's just gonna kind of step in. He's gonna find himself a seat. He'll probably have to push a couple people out of the way, but he'll find himself a seat to sit down.
Yeah, it should be noted, pretty much everybody sees Phineas and just looks at him. None of you miss Phineas. He is an absolutely gargantuan man. To call him a giant would be an understatement. His size stretches the boundaries of the masquerade. And you can literally see the trail he leaves behind him as he walks to his vantage point to see the race. Does anybody wish to make a bet to bet a boon with Chav and Adele?
Yes.
Alright.
So Hartwell will make his way up. He has a cane that clinks ever so slightly. There's a little dragon's head top on it. because you know what? Who wants to be subtle tonight? I'm going to be wearing my fashion tonight because I bought it and I can use it. So he's very well dressed. Kind of looks at Chav. The other one is also a Nosferatu, right? Both of them are Nosferatu?
They're both Nosferatu.
So what are the running odds?
We're just running double or nothing tonight.
Nice and simple. So, Chris, I'll put down a large boon, like the equivalent of a major boon on my driver.
Going in on the underdog, huh?
Always.
I like it. Everybody loves an underdog.
Who's racing? I'm gonna wander over there too.
Well, you got Mr. Villegas over there, and he like thumps his chest. Of our boys. You got Alley Cat on the bike. Owl's over there. She's one of us too. And then you got, and he points to Hartwell, one of his lads.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Oh, that's a tough one. Normally, I give the edge to Villegas or Alley Cat, but your guy's a bit of an unknown, so I'm not sure. And Foster's ain't racing, so it's not as clear cut. Could be anyone's game, really.
Just look over at Hartwell. Are you any good?
My man's pretty good. Plus he has one of Foster's specials, so the car is top notch.
Fancy.
I think we'll at least put in a good show.
What are we betting?
Boons.
As you say that, as you ask, someone walks up to you. Walks up to you both. A black woman with an Adidas top, an orange jacket, and orange and blue cap. I think
Evening.
Alley Cat will win.
Oh yeah?
Why do you say that?
Because I bet on
I like your optimism.
I am somewhat less optimistic.
But you bet on yourself too, so aren't you also optimistic?
Not at all. I'm using science. Based on what I've seen of Miss Alley Cat. She's not good when the tension is down.
But to answer your questions, love, we're betting boons.
Oh.
That's so surface to the uninitiated. I'm assuming.
So if I win,
guys-
whose boon do I get?
Well, if you're better boon and your guy wins, you get your boon back and somebody else's.
Yeah, but whose?
You get to choose. I give you a list, you get to pick. Has to be of equal
Oh.
value to yours. So if you're better minor boon, you don't get to pull somebody's major boon. That's not how it works.
Oh, that's exciting.
And the driver gets first, and the winning driver gets first choice of boons to pick.
Yep.
Interesting.
So even if I lose, I get to meet somebody new. So that's kind of exciting.
I guess
I already know you. She'll look over at Hartwell. So I'll also bet on Hartwell's car for a minor boon.
Oh. All in on the auto trainer.
Might as well.
Possible walk up. I'll bet a mine on the cat. Fuck it.
Minor on the cat, alright.
Phineas stomps over because he has no other way of locomoting. He'll say, I'll bet a minor boon on Alley Cat as well.
Is that a minor boon or a major, sorry?
Minor, sorry.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep tabs on the voice chat, so... Actually, Percival and minor on his, and then Hartwell himself. Basically. I mean, it's a goal, but it's basically him. And then,
Coward.
Figment. Was he also major or minor?
Minor.
Get rid of this what we got so far.
You know, to keep it interesting, Hartwell will also place a minor boon on Alley Cat. I'm going to hedge my bets.
Oh, yeah, it's gone. I'm joking. Alright, Hartwell.
He's doing this because he loves the thrill of competition.
Mhm.
Is that what you call it?
Alright, so basically how it works. When you bet, you get your boon back and somebody else's. You lose, we get to keep it. Winner of a race gets first pick of 3 boons. Movement keeps the rest.
I see. What about the Invictus? Are they not helping you tonight? Do they not claim some share? He says, denoting the Invictus kindred who's helping take bets.
Let's just say I have my own stake.
Very well. Hartwell turns to Figment and he says, would you care to find a better place to view the race, my dear?
Sure. Can I bring my bike?
We can leave the bike at the, next to the building.
All right, let me go lock it up. I 100% have a bike lock, and I'm locking it up.
Chris, I will pick up Figment, kind of like not fireman's lift. What's the one where you hold them in the princess lift?
Oh, bridal carry?
Yeah, and I'll hop her up onto the roof.
Okay.
Whee!
Isabel will slink down from her spot on the roof, put a minor boon on Hartwell, and then go back to her spot and pretend like nothing happened.
Aww. See, now you're giving me feels, Shimmers.
So, yeah, as Figment looks up her bike, Chava's like, oh no, whatever shall I do? No one can take it now.
It's the principle of the thing.
Oh, honey, you're in the wrong part of London for principles.
Well, it's more like if I just leave it there, someone might think it's a free bike. But if I locked it up, they know that it belongs to somebody. So if it's
Wait.
missing, I know somebody took it on purpose to be an asshole.
Are you saying the Carthian movement, an entire movement based on the concept of principles, has none?
Oh, no, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the mortals.
Ah, understandable.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Also, don't think people come to car races to steal bikes.
So, as your conversation continues on, everybody will see Rodney sort of stop leaning in his car. He'll walk up to you, Aldry. You know, I think it's offensive they're not giving you better odds.
That's okay. It'll be a nice shock to all of them.
Well, I hope you do.
Oh, Chris, because I don't think you heard it or didn't note it. Isabel also bet a minor boon on the car that I have.
Oh.
It's not on the list.
Oh, okay. Oh. Not bad. There you go. Isabel's now invested.
Yeah. Audrey just tells him that and then gives him a wink and then just turns to Ben and it's like, Benji, are you sure you don't want to ride with me? Knowing full well Ben's not getting back in that car.
Oh, by the way, I'm taking one of your boons if you want.
Fine. I won't use them anyways.
Every time there's confetti in my car, I take a boon. I want you to know that.
She just kind of squints at him, like, what?
I want you to know that's also weak shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want to apply a joke, you go for the real fucking deal, not some fucking 9-year-old's idea of a prank. Come on.
She's just looking at him like incredulous, like, what are you talking about? I have no idea. You've seen the things that come out of my brain. Like I would do something that simple.
Well, next time I'm gonna give you a revolver and we're gonna play some paintball.
Alright.
You need to think bigger. Now get in the fucking car and win that damn race.
Yeah. She like gives him like a quick hug and then takes her keys and runs over to her car.
Alley Cat and then roll for Chrome wishes you luck.
She's not here, Chris.
Oh, she's not here. Oh, she's gone. You're good.
She went to go pick Jesse or bring Jesse to work a while ago.
She's moved. Sorry, I thought she still because she's in the chat. Never mind. Needless to say, we'll roll for Chrome. Wishes her luck. Before Rodney just leaps off the back of his car. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know why you're here, so why don't we get right down to the main event. Alright, everyone, get your fucking cars in line! All of the cars line up. They start revving in anticipation. engines sparking into life. The exhaust sputtering.
Hartwell is going to kind of casually look towards Figment, and he's going to say, "Would you mind dreadfully taking care of my body?" Harry.
Do you want to be more specific?
I intend to astrally follow the race.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you. Chris, I intend to astrally follow the race.
Can you check to see how fast astral form can take you? I think you need to go fast.
Oh yeah, it's stupidly fast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can keep up and even outpace these vehicles.
What's the roll for it?
The roll is intelligence plus occult plus all specs. The cost is 2 vitae.
Cool. That'll take me down from 9 to 7. And where's the dice roller got itself to? Wow, that was a terrible roll, but I still succeed. Pop.
Okay.
Interesting question, since I'm now in Twilight. I assume, oddly enough, I'm not the only maquette following the race in Twilight.
Can roll me. Anyone of all specs can roll me. Can roll me their all specs plus blood potency if you like.
Do.
Benji, I know you got our specs. You too, Isabel.
I think
Oh,
Ben
Benji.
popped out for a second.
Yeah, you mean enough aspects to do this, right?
No, it's just a contested roll. So you roll your all specs plus a blood potency.
Okay, but yeah, I'm she's not going to do this. Natalia's not going to do that. So.
Okay.
What? Did I miss?
All specs plus blood potency.
Okay, sure, I'll do that.
You can do it, I believe in you.
I mean, Ben is made of auspex and investigative talent, so.
Okay, just.
Ah, I got a success! Eat.
Okay. So, none of you see anything.
Rip.
It was a bit of a big rip. I want to point out one of you actually had the most dice. You had more dice than the individual contesting you. They just got really lucky. So, none of you see anything. But, yeah, Hartwell's body just slumps. Just sort of collapses to the ground, or into your arms.
I'm just gonna sort of like have him sort of propped on me. So I assume we're sitting somewhere, so he's just gonna sort of kind of like grab him. So he's just like propped against me and not laying on the ground.
You're going to be doing Weekend at Bernie's. Please. Please.
I ask for so little. Give this to me.
Yes, please.
I
Please do
will.
it.
I will make his hands clap at appropriate times.
Yes, yes, thank you very much. Just that was it. That's all.
The Carthians involved will enjoy this greatly. But yeah, so as the cars rev up, Hartwell's spirit leaves his body and everybody watches with anticipation. Mr. goes 3, 2, 1, and then he just waves his hands and all the cars burst into speed, burst into motion. And everybody who's driving, do you want me to make me a dexterity plus drive check? Keep in mind for dice modifiers for your vehicles. Hartwell, you're rolling 6 dice because of your retainer that you have. 6 dice plus your modifier, which I think is +1.
Gotta go fast. Not that fast, but got enough room.
Okay. Also realised I've probably mocked up these dice modifiers in advance, but it's a very minimal difference, that's fine. Alright, I will roll for Alley Cat. Alright. So. Wow, NPC dude. Mr. Villegas is on a roll. So every vehicle bursts into speed. You'll gain a +10 speed, and then plus an additional 5 speed for every additional success you get. So, Hartwell's at 20, Aldry's at 25.
Is the speed also determined by what kind of vehicle we're driving? Because I know different vehicles have different speeds.
They have different max speeds. Acceleration is determined by whether they have the high acceleration tag or slow acceleration tag. If they have regular acceleration, they just gain +5 speed. Villegas' vehicle does not have high acceleration, so he only gains 25 speed.
So he and I are tied.
So the race starts out extremely tight as Hartwell and Alley Cat, Hartwell's Ghoul and Alley Cat race side by side. Aldry and Villegas getting the slightly better start on the rest of the group. And they blitz off southwards. Towards Hayes. So everybody can make me another driving test if they want to gain speed. If you're going to keep note of what speed you're on. So Aldry, you're at just gained 10. You just gained another 25.
Gained another
speed.
25, so I'm 50.
So you'll not travel at 50 speed, so you're going very quickly right now. You're smashing the speed limit into. Hartwell's going at... Let's go cool. He's going at 40. So he is slowly falling behind, but is still within reaching distance. Let's go roll for Alley Cat again. She gains another 40 herself. Wow, okay. Villigus, keeping up with you, Aldry.
Thanks, I hate it.
I'm just gonna show you what Villigus actually looks like, because I don't have a face claim for it.
For entirely no reason whatsoever, Chris, what are the stats to ram another vehicle?
Ooh. It would be probably Dex plus Drive. So, Alger and Hartwell's Ghoul remain in Hartwell's Ghoul and Alley Cat remain behind, slowly falling behind, and Villigus and Alger remain, well, building themselves a lead. However, this is where I'm going to require everybody to make their first Dex plus Drive check to maintain control of their vehicle. Villigus and Aldry are going above the safe speed of their vehicles, so they're taking a penalty.
Actually, my vehicle's speed is 100. I'm still under.
You're going at half your vehicle speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rule I'm working is if you start going at half your vehicle speed or higher, it's not safe.
Okay, gotcha.
At least for turns.
It's -1.
You're -1, so you'd be getting a +4.
And we are just at our straight dice pool, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oh dear.
Oh wow.
Ask for a dramatic failure.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Here's when I ask if celerity will help any.
It does not add to your dexterity.
There's
It would
oddly
help
enough
you
another
dodge.
discipline that does that.
You want to spend willpower, you can. It gives you 3 extra dice.
Yeah.
Can you do that after the roll, though?
Yeah, you've already made the roll, so...
Yeah.
Someone's gonna spin out, and you're gonna crash into a heavy object.
Fine.
colliding head on, so 1/2 the other object's size rounded down. Okay, it's just 7 plus 1/10 for relative speed of damage. So that's 5, that's 12. And the object is not moving, so you do not add its speed. Okay, this is gonna be a lot of damage. That's 12. What's the durability of your vehicle?
3.
Okay, well, it takes off 3, so that's 9 damage. You'll also take 6 bashing damage. But it is halved because this vehicle was built with effective safety equipment. So you take 3 bashing damage. The vehicle takes 9 damage. So it works. It can keep going. But you can't crash like that again. I'm also going to halve your speed. And I'm going to have Mr. Villegas remains on the road. So wow, the NPC with the least dice to any of this is the guy who's winning right now. This is not how this should be going down.
You'll also have to roll for Saskia, Chris.
I'll also have to roll for Saskia, it's true. Saskia just rolls away. Saskia's away. So Alley Cat remains on the road. So everybody remains on the road apart from Aldry, and Aldry falls behind as you all begin to catch up and overtake her. She's forced to rejig her car and get it back on the road. Aldry, frankly, you're extremely lucky you did not total this car.
It's fine.
Wouldn't that have been totaling your touchstone?
No, she is not charging her touchstone.
No. But it would have led to a very angry Foster. So Audrey's down at 25 speed, so she is not doing so hot now. Still, though, she can still catch up to a lot of you.
We are here to vroom.
Alright, so everybody make me Dex plus driving checks to gain speed again. Okay,
Vroom,
so
vroom.
Well, how the fortunes have shifted. 35, hot school is at 65, so... This race immediately becomes a three-way race between Hartwell's Ghoul, Alleycat, and Villegas. As Aldry is lagging behind due to her crash. Remember, you can spend willpower on the checks to increase your speed. If you want to go all offer fast.
Do ghouls have willpower?
Yes, but I do not spend it for them. They're NPCs.
They do have blood, though, and I do believe they can spend that.
Yes. Yes, you can also spend blood if you like.
I even gave mine an extra top-up of blood, just in case he needed it.
I need to double check. I mean, if you tried... let me check to see if you can... because they can spend blood in many ways, but I know there's a couple of restrictions on them. Yes, ghouls can apply physical intensity to themselves in the same way that a kindred can. Alright.
Let's keep on rimming.
Alright. Now I need everybody to make that check again. You stay on the road.
I'm now going above half my vehicle's speed, haven't I?
Yeah, so he gets a penalty of 1 dice. Oh, exceptional success.
Can I use this to prime position myself?
For...
He's taking the turn, so can he basically either give other people a dice penalty to taking the turn, or basically gain some speed because he managed to take the turn so well?
Yes, you can either gain speed or apply a dice penalty to other characters attempting to make the turn as you attempt to knock them off the road.
He'll try to knock Alley Cat off the road.
Okay. So Alley Cat will take a 5 dice penalty. She succeeds by the skin of her teeth. Yeah, actually, I rolled that slightly. She should have got 3 dice, but she still would have succeeded. She got very lucky there. Aldry hangs on this time. And Mr.
This is
Villegas.
literally what I walk back into.
Yes.
It's okay. I've already crashed. You're good.
Mr. Villegas, I think, is still rolling at 5 die because he's always going above his class 6 speed. And he remains on the road. Wow! Alright. As you're round the corner from Hayes on Dawley Road, you begin to loop back around, back up through Drayton. And as you begin speeding through the neighborhood, leaving a trail of burning tarmac in your wake, everybody sees Villicus's car swerve and spin out. Need everybody to make me an immediate dex driving check.
Sorry, Chris, what happened? I didn't quite hear you.
His car violently swerves and spins out, crashing straight into a lamppost.
Oof.
Oof.
So roll a dex drive check, yes?
Everybody roll dex drive.
Any penalties?
If you're going above your car's safe speed, then yeah, it will be a penalty. Okay. Alley Cat, you still able to make this?
I'm working on it. Give me a moment.
Okay, I'll just roll your 9 dice for you, so.
Okay, cool. Thank
You
you.
make it. You get the 1 success. And
It's your dex drive and then any modifiers that your vehicle may give you. So 9 total.
Ah, okay. Good to know.
so, Villegas is left in the dust. He doesn't appear to catch up to you at all. In fact, you're not even sure if he's still driving. He may have destroyed his vehicle. You're not sure. It looked like an extremely heavy crash as he blitzed by. Everybody who passes by, would you like to roll me wits plus composure? Yeah, Hartwell is following the race, so he can also do this. So Alleycat, Aldry, and...
What was the roll, sorry, Chris?
And Hartwell. There we go.
What roll was it?
It was wits plus composure.
Okay.
Unfazed.
Okay. When the car crashes, sitting on a bench next to the lamppost where the car crashed, you can see this man. God damn it. You don't get a good look at his face. You go straight past him, and he has a balaclava and a cap on anyway. It's very difficult to get a good look at him as he blitz on by. You're more focused on driving.
Hartwell is going to stop, however, because I'm not driving, and this is interesting to me.
Mm-hmm. He does notice you, Hartwell, immediately.
I tell you
Looks
what,
directly
continue
up
on
at
with
the Twilight form.
continue on with the race. Hartwell's going to stick around here and see what happens, and possibly follow this gentleman, because this crash seems to me to be far too coinkadinkle. Quinkadinkiel. Also, in my astral form, can I perceive people's beasts?
In the same way that any creature can perceive a predatory aura, yes.
Does this person have a predatory aura?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I'm sticking right where I am. Continue on with the race, though, please.
Was this perception check?
Yes, this is what's plus composure check. You have trained observer, don't you?
Yeah, I do. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, well that would apply here, because it's your trained observer. What's it? You got 1 dot or 3 dot?
3 dot.
Okay. And you rolled the 5 dice, so you've re-rolled a 8 and a 9 to get 2 extra dice.
Pretty good odds.
See if you strike gold.
And I put behind it 8 again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Ah, lucky.
That's what it is. It's fine, yo.
It's fine. It's in the heat of a race.
Mm-hmm.
But now that that's over with, you can all make me one more Dex plus Drive check to build up speed. You can choose not to do this.
I have a question because I missed that in the rules. Was there anything said about blood expenditure?
Yes, you can spend blood to gain bonus dice on the check. You can spend willpower to gain bonus dice on the check.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 blood in Dex.
2 blood, okay. I'll roll for you.
Okay.
Everybody else roll your dice. Are you serious?
I mean, I don't get why you were rolling, but, you know.
I'm rolling for you because I've done it for this entire scene.
Okay, well, you know, if you want to.
How many extra dice is it per blood and or per willpower?
2 dice.
Okay.
Oh.
Like,
Hartwell's
Vroom,
gonna take
vroom,
some-
motherfuckers.
So that
Can
is-
roll.
That puts him at max speed, I think.
I believe so. What the fuck, Tiger?
Teeth.
Teeth.
But yes. Alley Cat gains an additional 20 speed.
What's the max speed of her bike? Because I know bikes are different from cars.
Alley Cat is not quite at max speed yet. She is slightly slower than your vehicles. However, they're also more maneuverable and can fit into smaller spaces. So as your car couldn't fit into an alleyway, hers could. And what did you get, Algie?
I'm thinking.
I believe in
You believe in me? Fine. I think I'm also gonna spend blood. Can't let Hartwell win.
you. You can also spend willpower to gain
Yeah,
5
yeah,
bonus
I'm-
dice total. I
well-
believe in you.
Thanks. Yeah, might as well.
Currently, you need
Guess-
quite a number of successes.
You like that 5?
So that puts you close.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 25 plus 10. Which is 35, which puts you at 80, so you're still behind him.
Well, I was at 25 and then I had 20, so I was at 45 plus.
Oh, no,
That's
I mean
30.
like 45 plus 10, because that's your high acceleration, plus 25.
Oh, yeah.
So... You've almost caught up to the group, but you're just ever so slightly behind.
For now.
For now. I need everybody to make one last driving check to make it round the bend. Hartwell's ghoul is going to take a straight penalty and lose all of his bonuses, so he's rolling 5 dice.
I'm gonna have him spend a point of blood.
Okay. So roll 7 dice.
I believe in Audrey, don't let Hartwell win. Or Alley Cat, don't let Hartwell win. I don't really care
Yeah.
what.
I'm gonna spend another
thanks.
willpower for this turn.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm also gonna spend the willpower. I don't think I have yet.
Okay, we're gonna go for willpower and blood just to be on the safe side. I can't handle another crash.
So basically, okay, so Hartwell's driver makes it round the bend ever so slightly.
Also gonna go for blood and willpower because I want to roll this roll.
So close to an exceptional success, but not quite there. Oh, but
Holy
someone with
shit.
the 9 successes. Alright, here we go. So your max speed is not as high as Hartwell's, but by god that's 9 successes, so...
That was a really good roll.
That's a really good roll.
Wait, how'd you get 17 dice?
Blood and willpower.
Blood, willpower plus dice modifier from the vehicle adds up to a lot of dice.
No, but
Yeah, but at the speed they're going at, should they not have lost dice?
Oh, they
Yeah.
should have
They're-
lost dice. You should have lost a single dice, but
Okay,
that brings you down to 8 successes, you're fine.
That brings me to 8.
That's an enormous number of successes. So... Now, you're on a motorbike. You can't attempt to fishtail Hartwell's vehicle, or his ghoul's vehicle, or his vehicle, rather, being driven by his ghoul.
What does that mean?
It means, like, spin him out. But you can attempt... I'll put you level with Hartwell's vehicle. So it's now neck and neck. Your vehicle is slower though, so you'll need to find a way to make his vehicle go slower.
Suddenly I'm reminded of that baseball trick I did once.
Oh Or you could just, well, I mean, it's vampire, of course we're cheating.
You could just punch the car.
But there is one final Dex plus drive check to make.
I'm already going at max speed. Do I need to make it?
Yeah, it's really only relevant to Aldra, I think.
I think so.
Gonna have to speed up real quick, and that's gonna put you all very close together. So one of you is going to have to do something. Well, actually, better yet, because this is a bit of an unforeseen turn of events, we can make this driving check the tiebreaker.
Oof.
Because you're all neck and neck. So if you want to spend for your things, I'd recommend you do it now.
Sure, I'll try it again.
I believe in you all.
Oh wait, wait, that's not. So it was 16 dice, right, instead of 17.
No, not when you're making a straight, not when you're just building speed. It's only when you're trying to navigate 8 turns, that sort of thing.
Okay. I'll do it again.
So for this, all of your bonuses apply. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Oh no.
Just give me 2 seconds, I'm doing math.
Alright. Audrey, you need to break 8 successes. If you get 4 successes, you'll be even in speed. And you'll be able to match Hartwell, but Alley Cat is utilizing the maneuverability of her motorbike to stay ahead. I believe in you, Aldry.
Yeah, my brain just doesn't want to do numbers for a second.
Who knows, street racing could be so complicated.
Cool, and we're spending things, so that makes it this.
Oh, wow!
Nice.
By a literal hair's breadth. Well, it was a fine race, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I'd like to contest that, because I had 2 very good rolls in a row.
You had 2 very good rolls in a row, and one of those rolls is what put you in this position. Because Aldry's car is faster than yours, so you're maintaining level speed. So, by the thinnest of margins, everybody sees Ali's motorcycle, Hartwell's ghoul, and the near shattered remains of Aldry's loaned supercar. fly into the industrial park. Flying straight through the road by before coming to a long, screeching halt. Initially, there is some confusion as to who won. But the woman who had approached Hartwell and Figment before, when they were placing their bets, walks up to Foster and whispers something to him. Foster looks slightly hesitant. Chav and Adele walk over. And then after about 20 to 30 seconds of talking and discussion, Chav turns towards the crowd. The owl's got it, ladies and gents! To which there is a burst of yelling, applause, complaints, booing. This is a very, very close result, so not everybody is taking the loss well.
Ali will high five Audrey.
From the seat of the car, Audrey will high five her back because she's still a little roughed up.
Chris, what has our friend been doing whilst I've been hovering next to him?
Seems like he left a message for Villigus as he got out of his vehicle.
What was the message?
It's in an envelope. Villigus ripped off the door to his vehicle, looked to take a swing at him before he simply flickered out of the way, a clear use of celerity.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing more than a brief gust of wind to mark his passing. Villigus takes chase, but he clearly does not have celerity and cannot keep up.
I've seen what envelopes obviously look like in my time. Does it look thick enough to contain something like, I don't know, money?
In theory, it could. It's an ordinary looking envelope. It's not particularly fancy.
Hartwell is going to very quickly, because this is, not a huge distance and I'm very, close, is going to flick back to his body.
You awaken to your body with Figment clapping your hands.
Also, she
Thanks.
let us draw a mustache and a goatee on you.
Stop snitching! He can't tell what he looks like.
It's true. Shove a torch in his
You
face
see
and-
Hartwell stand bolt upright, at which point he just walks off the roof. Like he does the whole vadunk, the landing that vampires do. God bless resilience.
I'm gonna follow him. I also have resilience. Also, who won? Sorry, I had to go away for a second.
I think it was...
Altry won by a hair's breadth. It was extremely close. I was gonna go whoever had the highest speed at the end, but we all had about the same speed at the end, and Alley Cat had got an exceptional success on her driving check to keep up despite having a lower speed.
So Hartwell is going to, for the record, I assume you were children, so he is going to wipe his face. It's not too much to assume you people would be children.
that's fine. It was done with a Sharpie.
Getting mained on.
In that case, he will just draw. He will draw some of the fabric from his. He'll draw some fabric from his pocket and wrap it around his face. But he is making a beeline for Foster, like a beeline. He's not angry per se, but there is intent there, if you get me.
Okay.
Interesting. Is the ghost still hanging out the same place he was before?
He's sort of watching with the rest of the kindred now.
Mm-hmm.
No, but he seems to notice him.
Okay.
What?
Mr. Foster, you and I need to have a conversation.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Why?
He leans in, because there are other kindred who will be far less forgiving than I am for the information I am about to give you, considering who it was who just won your race, and how the optics will look of it when others will examine it.
Just say it.
I beg your pardon? Very well, if you wish me to just say it. The front runner of the race crashed. However, he did not simply crash. I believe him to have been driven off the road. When he identified the individual who drove him off the road, he attempted to attack that individual. He was not fast enough. The powers of blood prevented the strike. However, he was given a missive, possibly a payment. You understand how these things will look, considering it was your child who just won this race.
How do you know this?
I followed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone whose spirit touches the car will be able to ascertain the truth, and there are some people here tonight who have just lost a great amount of boons and protestation.
I assume you mean all specs, mumbo jumbo, whatever spirits touches.
Correct.
Ben at this point has already walked up to Foster. Like, figured you'll be calling for me in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, no. I may need to give Villagis a call. Someone may have fucked him.
I do not think necessarily that this needs to be made public knowledge. As it stands, it would cheapen the entirety of the evening, and it has been such a windfall for the Carthian movement, a time where you need a windfall. We understand each other.
Do as you will. I need to get in touch with Villagis if this is true. I'm sure you'll appreciate a witness to the events.
I will happily wait. He just kind of looks at Figment with a look of, you're going to stay right here, because I want an Ordo witness to what's about to go down. I will not be fucked by some Carthian dogs.
Salute.
Wow, that's kind of rude.
He doesn't say that out loud, obviously.
Oh, I know. It's still kind of rude.
I'm not a Carthian dog. I'm a crone cat.
Audrey's gonna finally get out of the car and walk over and be like, "Why are we all gathering?"
Oh, Ellie will follow. Light up a cigarette.
Phineas will also follow, stomping his way through because he's curious.
Isabel's gonna follow in Phineas's wake because she's found this is easy to follow people when they're not in the way.
Also,
He is a
Yeah.
mountain made of
that
man.
way, apparently we're all standing in the circle. I was
Yeah.
standing in the circle.
There it is, that's something went down. Okay. Alright, did you see anything?
You mean the car crash and the dude standing there?
No, sorry, he's in the phone call, so it's just hearing half a conversation.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't help. Yeah, I know. It probably was. But there's not much we can do unless we figure out what exactly happened and who did what. Yeah, I mean, not one of our own wouldn't do this, it's fucking obvious. I wouldn't jump to conclusions yet. I know someone who can help you out. Somebody was following the race using the cat magic, I don't know. Yeah, so we know it happened. I'll have someone take a look for you, see if they can figure out who it was. Not someone I recognize. No. Could be someone putting on a mask. Maybe. Alright. I'll fix up your car. Sorry about what happened. See you around. Click. Well, you're right, Counselor. I was gonna call you on over.
Alright, so you want me?
Look into something for me.
Alright.
We'll cover it later.
Alright.
Won't be able to do it here anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
It looks as if it can... Why are you here?
Should I not be here?
I prefer people not spying on my private phone calls, but...
Looks around at everybody else
I
who's
find it
come over
helpful.
here.
I find it helpful that when I have to speak on matters, I like having members of my own covenant around to ensure my words hold practice.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, she does look at the rest of the group who have decided to spawn in this call. The fuck are you looking at?
Audrey just crosses her arms at him. Like, really?
Congratulations on winning. Good job.
Hey.
The question is if the win stands.
She just glares at Hartwell like, what are you accusing me of?
Why wouldn't it stand? Sally
That's up
raised
to
an
Mr.
eyebrow.
Foster to decide. There's a lot of boons on the table, and a lot of people will be very angry.
Sure they would. Sally
This
kind
is
of
nothing.
rolls her eyes.
This is nothing to do with any of your skill in this matter. It's to do with, well, if Mr. Foster wishes to explain, he may explain. I have gifted him the information. It is his to do with as he sees fit.
He, looks at the group. Nothing to say. Stop spying on my fucking phone calls.
We've already done so. You're no longer on a phone call.
That's not really spying if you know we're here.
Honestly, I was just following the group.
Yeah, don't you have to be like sneaking around to be spying?
Alright, so let's just call it eavesdropping and get over this
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice about this. Stop being pricks, stop giving me lip.
yeah, there we go.
Or you can get out.
At a what? We're in a street.
Yeah, on my fucking turf. Treat me with some damn respect on it, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
It's alright, Figment. I've had overheard when I needed her. I'll give you a lift home when this is all said and done.
Nah, I got my bike. Thanks,
As you
though.
like.
I don't like being a dick. But when you're around Coffee and Turf, you treat the Coffins with respect. That's how it goes. If I'm
Whatever
your
you
Turf, I treat you with respect. That's it. It's simple.
So, anyway, is it going to be a victor's party or something?
Well, I imagine only the winners are gonna want to stick around for a victor's party, but yeah.
It was a good race, and a good race everybody wins.
I get the distinct impression myself and Mr. Smith are about to venture off in possibly the same direction. He smiles at Benji. Just a big smile.
I just looked at you. Just like,
Benji, I'll give you a call later to you need to have a look at something.
Alright. See how well you'll be free without me. And he'll do like wibbly fingers at you.
Yeah. Now, is there anything else any of you needed? If you want to take a stand and make a speech, you're welcome to do so. There's a place to make friends and all that.
When do we figure out who we owe boons to?
Talk to Chav. That's not my business. This whole boon thing was his idea, not mine.
You're the one who wanted my boons.
I mean, yeah, when Chav gave me the idea.
Fucking Chav.
That's his fault, not mine.
First of all, we'll go find Trav and be like, alright, who do I owe what?
Chav walks up. Chav just says, wait. A lovely lady gets first choice.
Indeed.
Obviously, a dad gets to take one too.
So, Chris, what Hartwell is going to whisper into Foster's ear, because he feels it is fair payment for the information that he has just given, is he already said he was going to take one of Audrey's boons, so what he would like him to do in payment for the information I gave him, and the fact that I can provide him with some more information in the future should he need it, is Audrey will claim my major boon, which he will then take and return to me. So in essence, I lose nothing. If he considers that to be fair payment for the information and future information.
Foster will take your boon and give it to you.
Much obliged. Nasty business, that. Very nasty business.
So, Audrey, you have a list of boons to take. I'm just going to DM you which ones.
Okay.
Okay, so you have all the ones listed on the original that the PCs have lectured. The only exceptions, of course, are Hartwell's major boon, because he has received that back. So I'm just gonna copy paste those back into the chat for you.
And then everyone else is kind of screwed because no one bet on Audrey.
Not a lot of people bet on Audrey, interestingly enough, despite being Foster's blood.
Yeah.
We didn't even know you were racing, Veronica. I didn't think you were.
Yeah, no, Foster wasn't racing. I was in his place.
So, I will DM you your choices. I'm just gonna go through it by sect.
How do you feel about graveyards? She'll say to Audrey. Completely dead.
If you look at Audrey, it is the image I'm using that is the face clan site. I mean, they're cool. They're fun to hang out in. Depends on like what kind of graveyard. Does it have a mausoleum?
Does. If you like graveyards, can take my boon and I'll take you to my graveyard.
Figment, are you trying to lure people among the tombstones again?
It gets so lonely.
Or you could just come hang out at my garage sometime.
That doesn't sound like a graveyard.
I mean, if you think about it, a garage is kind of like a graveyard for us.
Not wrong. And Chris, is this 2 or 3 that I get to pick? Because Foster took 1.
You get to pick 2 because yeah, someone took 1 from you.
Actually, Chris, can I do a quick wits politics roll? I'm trying to ascertain. So, if there was a serious doubt put into who the winner of this race was, with all the boons and all the different sects that were up on the table, how bad would it be? So, do you mind if I make an in politics roll?
Maybe a politics check.
The guy who lost, that NPC, or the one that spun out, what sect was he in?
Coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 away from an exceptional success. How tragic.
And Audrey's also Carthian, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So, I mean, it wouldn't make sense for them to sacrifice themselves.
If anything, we would have sacrificed someone else because it would have given the Carthians a better chance of keeping the boons.
Right, exactly. So it was probably some dumbass who, for some...
Yeah, but it's not like that. It's also the fact they couldn't keep the event secure, and there were other things like that. Basically, how much of an uproar would there be?
So I'm just getting through the rest of them.
The real question, were either the king or queen there?
No.
No? Okay, what was I say? Did they put bets?
Yeah, no, the king would never go to a Carthian.
That's funny.
Again.
It was a fair question.
Yeah, listen, if Stanforth ever came here, it might be with an army. They should kill us all. That's what Ben thinks.
Hooray! Murder.
Can we at least breed you the army? No, bad dragons. Damn it!
Oh.
Ghost army, fa la 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 la.
Ghost army.
Ghost army.
I don't really make ghost armies. I just hang out with them and occasionally eat them.
I don't want to know.
And of course. you go. Actually, there you go. I've also updated them with titles.
Yep.
So you can pick from those. But while you do, Phineas, you came here with a purpose. To make some friends. Did you wanna ingratiate yourself with the local movement and kindred present? Phineas? You there, buddy?
My bad, I zoned out really hard there.
I was just saying, if you wanted to make a roll or to make some sort of speeches, you've been offered to do. Everybody's been offered to do so to ingratiate themselves with the local movement and other kindred from separate covenants that are present.
Oh yeah, I'll do that thing. What do I roll, my dude?
Can roll me a presence plus expression, or socialize, whichever you prefer.
Did you say persuasion or expression?
Expression.
Oh, perfect. I'll roll that one then.
We'll be back in just a minute.
No problem.
Oh, Chris, is Hugh Chow here? Out of curiosity.
He is.
Okay. Noted.
I got one success.
Okay. So ingratiate yourself with the local Carthians and a couple of other kindred from different sects about your incredible idea for a venue.
Yeah. Bloodsport.
What venue?
It's called Bloodsport. It's essentially a fight club. But I cut off. I feel like I cut off.
There you go, Chris.
Okay.
But yes, I'm starting a small fighting ring for Kindred to attend.
Yeah, I
fairly
remember.
soon.
There used to be another fight club way back in the night.
Run by the
Sure.
Carthians, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was ran by, this is Tanisha speaking, by the way. It was ran by, Talon, what's his name?
That was Talon.
Kind of fell apart in the end, though.
Yeah.
Things
I got
got
the-
gruesome.
Yeah, I got the
Whatever
shit
happened to
kicked
Talon?
out of
He's around.
there. Nothing about.
I wouldn't go looking for him if I were you. He's, he likes to keep to himself.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll do a much better job than he did, and it won't fall apart.
To be fair, it wasn't really his fault.
Yeah. Messy business. Messy business.
But, yeah. I think it's a lesson in who you decide to attach yourself to.
Oh, was he one of those?
One of what now?
Yeah. Was one of the more sane voices. It was kind of a shame how it worked out for him. But that's how the cookie crumbles, or the share-stock falls.
My apologies, sir, for you are a large gentleman. What is your name?
I'm Phineas F. Goodwin, good sir. And yours?
Oh,
Alexander Hartwell, doctor. Alexander Hartwell. Dr. Hartwell of the Ordo Dracul, at your service, sir.
A pleasure to meet you, sir. And he'll extend a very large hand.
Hartwell will shake his very large hand.
Yeah. It's a firm handshake. It's not trying to crush or anything, but it's a firm handshake.
Hartwell also has a very firm handshake. There's a lot of strength there, but he's not applying it.
Vigor.
Also vigor. Haha!
Haha!
You're both pretty.
Audrey just kind of circles both of you and just kind of looks up at Phineas and just nods her head in approval.
Hi, I'm Fignet.
Hey, Figment, I'm Possible.
Hi.
We'll hold on a hand for me.
It was very
Pleasure
nice
to meet you, Master Percival.
It says it's very nice to meet you all.
If I may ask, what covenant is it that you're from, Mr. Goodwin?
Oh, my apologies, I completely forgot. I'm of the Invictus.
Oh, don't see many of you guys around here. Glad you could make it.
Like many of my fellow Covenant members, I have a bit of an interest in this sort of entertainment, I suppose, what they might view as lowbrow.
Yeah. There's one thing I do want from your sect is for you guys to just let your hair down every now and again.
Well, it's a good thing I'm here then.
You do have very nice hair.
Thank you.
Isabel.
Yeah, but me.
You feel something reach out and touch your mind.
I'm assuming this is probably a very familiar
Yes.
thing at this point.
Yes. You hear the familiar voice of Lynette saying, I heard there was an accident.
Isabel will, reply, I guess. She's like, yeah, I guess? Because she was not there for that talk.
I see you had no hand in it. The voice sounds quite disappointed in you.
Was I supposed to? Try harder next time, I guess.
The voice leaves your face. But yeah, there's something of an after party going on. Valdry and everybody. Is there anything else anybody would like to say?
I'm not sure if it'd be.
Wait, go ahead.
I'm not sure if it'd be appropriate for this scene, but Ben would like to speak to Hugh Chow whenever possible.
Chow is present. Do you just walk up to him?
Yeah, he'll just like wave to him, at least alert him, like, "Hey, hello, it's me. Don't hate me, please, God."
This is the man in question.
Oh, Audrey, if it wasn't already said earlier, we'll go also poke Foster at the ribs because he forgot to do something at the beginning of the race.
How was that?
The race dedication.
For what?
The race dedication.
Oh my God.
Gotta help me. Fuck off.
Oh, Verve's. That's Verve's kid. I haven't seen him in a really long time.
It is Verve's kid.
Yeah, no, he looks at you.
Hey. Glad you could make it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably the last person you want to talk to, and I understand that. But I would like to talk to you.
Sure, when? Now?
It can be now if that's what you want. If you want everybody else here, we could go off somewhere. It's up to you.
Too many people.
Fair enough.
We'll catch up later.
Yeah. He'll just nod and walk down. Respect the space.
Anybody have anything else they'd like to do or say?
Natalia's just gonna wish the winner congratulations, and she's very hastily, as soon as there's many people gathered, she's gonna make herself scarce.
Hey, Natalia, there's something I wanted to say to you for a really long time. Now you're in the open. Claire.
Oh dear.
Go ahead.
So, as Natalia, before she obfuscates, because I've chanced that that's what she's going to do and makes her way away, Hartwell will just walk towards her, leaning on his cane, and he will say,
Oh fuck. Hello.
You know, I thought that I'd... How do I put this? I don't stick my neck out for people very often. I haven't seen your face in a very long time. You're the last person I stuck my neck out for, you know.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. I'm sorry?
Uh-huh. Well. See, I don't do things in the manner of, well, how would I phrase this? It's a bright new era with a bright new prince and a bright new city. So, I wish you luck in it. However, understand, dragons have very long memories.
Right. Okay, so you are... If the authorities don't kill me, you are going to go. That's fine. It's just another one to the list. Yeah, that's... Yeah, that's understandable. There's a lot of that going around, so yeah.
You are free to infer from my statement whatever you choose. I'll bid you good night.
Kind of just quirks an eyebrow. Alright. That's needlessly dramatic, but fine.
When you're undead, Miss Natalia, all you have is melodrama.
That's not true. I have a bike.
I was going to say something witty, but nee. She kind of just shrugs, and well, it's quite clear that she really doesn't have any comeback to that. She's just kind of just awkwardly just has that frown on her face as she just begins to walk to the side and, yeah, makes herself scarce.
Alright, and I think with that, we can end the scene there. Thank you guys for playing, thank you for watching, we'll see you all next time.